can't do this. What it do, ski? It's your boy Farewell34, and today, how's it going, SG fam? Cheers to all of you beautiful people. So today we are here with season 2, episode 20 for SG-1, and last double bubble that we had for last week's set of episodes. I think we had one great episode, and I think we had one okay to stinker episode. It was interesting to see that, you know, it was kind of like some people either love it or just think it's okay, and I think I was in the okay group. With that being said, we are winding down season 2. I think we only have a few episodes left, so let's see how things go from here. The Apophis episode was, I enjoyed what they did with that. A lot of the world building elements, the performances. I think that's pretty much it. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Also, guys, I would absolutely love if you could just smack that like button so I know you guys are enjoying the content. That'd be absolutely amazing if you could do that for me. Share the video if you like it, SG, if you have any SG fams. Of course, all my information is in the description down below. Let's hop into this one, y'all. How would we just hop into it, huh? Yeet. Oh. Survey says.
To open the iris, mister.
I did not open it, sir.
Now get that iris closed, Sergeant.
I'm trying.
Oh, wait, what?
General.
Mascot? Fuzzy creature? Oh, okay, wait. Winnie the Pooh, what is going on? Oh, they got a full-on turret? That's sick. Okay.
What's your name?
Zayden?
Okay, I have to check you for things you probably know nothing about.
Nah, he looks like he's with the shits.
He's not Goa'uld or Jaffa. As far as I can tell, he's clean.
What's he doing here?
Sending a message, I'm pretty sure.
I'm here to warn you.
Oh, that's an ominous intro. Dun 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 dun. Let's do it up. Show and tell.
Well, as far as I can tell, he's human. He's no threat to us as far as I'm able to tell, but he's pretty weak. I'm guessing he's malnourished.
Your name is Colonel O'Neill.
How'd you know that?
Name tags?
My mother told me.
Your mother?
Yes. Mother says to speak only to you.
Okay.
Because Mother has observed you and determined she likes you.
How long have you been watching me?
For many weeks.
Weeks.
Many weeks.
Yes, and she followed your team through the Stargate at that time. She observed you all until your team returned with the one called Tonane. Mother believes you are the only honorable leader among your people. It was only your team who did not want to steal Tonane's mineral.
Then why
Yes.
not trust the rest of my team?
That is true. I was thinking of all the interactions that we've had, and I'm like, there was like 2 or 3 times where that could have.
Because you are the leader. Mother says you too have a son.
I had one.
Can I be called Charlie?
I don't know about that. Okay.
Call me Jack.
Jack. Until most of the Ritu were destroyed by mean creatures with glowing eyes.
I think we know
Well,
them.
that's the Goa'uld. We already knew about the Goa'uld.
Not the Goa'uld. It's the Ritu rebels who intend to eliminate you.
So now we got rebels to worry about?
The kid survived a Goa'uld massacre.
Well, that would explain Mom. See, it would be a natural psychological defense mechanism.
Well, how did he know about the Salish?
How do you know about my kid?
Is it possible that he's some sort of psychic?
For the immediate, should not our concern be the threat of the planned Ritu attack?
We need to determine the validity of what little information the boys have given us. Teal'c, I'd like you to accompany Colonel O'Neill to see him.
See, that didn't hurt at all, did it?
We'll see if he brings up something. Okay, I thought he was gonna bring something up with Janet.
Jaffa! He wants to kill me just like he killed the Ritu.
No. He's a good Jaffa. In fact, he saved my life one time. Oh, for crying out loud.
It's been a while since we've heard one of those.
Mother says to trust only you and the other members of your team.
We have to ask you some questions
Oh,
about
did he
the
pick up
pack
on
of
something?
People. Can you talk about that?
I am sorry.
Nani,
I must leave this room.
what's going on? I mean, maybe her spirit's there or something, or she's actually invisible? I don't know.
My symbiote became agitated when I entered the room. In all of my years, I have never experienced a symbiote so disturbed. There is something unusual about this child, O'Neill.
He's dead ass right
In the
now.
hands of the Goa'uld, a child is nothing more than a potent weapon.
Carter and Frazier.
I didn't find any apparent threat to us, but he's in worse shape than I thought, the poor kid. I'm afraid without some very aggressive medical intervention, he won't live to be much older than he is.
So what? He's got ESP? Some telekinetic thing going on?
I mean, when you're in this line of work, anything's possible.
It would explain a lot.
My God. They must want to kill all possible hosts. They must think that if the Goa'uld have no new hosts to infest, that they'll eventually die out. Well, that's insane. There are billions of possible Goa'uld hosts all throughout the galaxy.
And
Yeah.
they are not all human.
Yeah.
Well, if you're one of us, why can you see her?
Because I'm special.
You're special. How?
Mother created me to serve as an intermediary, but my accelerated growth caused my body to begin failing, so we had to come sooner.
Captain,
Theoretically, it is possible, sir, yes. I mean, according to quantum physics,
Different dimension,
matter
maybe?
exists both in particles and waves.
how did your mother control the iris?
Mother came ahead of me weeks ago. She observed you and how you operate the iris.
You just typed it into the computer.
That is how the computer behaved, sir.
So the Ritu can operate things in our phase.
That's scary. Holy shit.
Mother is growing impatient with your narrow-mindedness.
Whoa! Jesus Christ, he actually shot something. I was like, what the fuck was that? Okay, no, he's no capping. Confirmed, no cap. He's telling the truth. He's not capping.
that came from
Mother.
Because I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, this is an interesting storyline we're going here. Nothing that we did previously. They were observing us during certain storylines we had no idea about. They're in a different, I don't think it was dimension per se, but like we just can't perceive them. And then the rebels of that same, species is trying to attack us. That's just nuts. And I was a little skeptical, but
Theories? Suggestions?
How do we deal with an invisible threat?
We need a way to detect them.
It seems my symbiote can sense this creature. The Goa'uld can also sense them.
That's a good point. They had to see them to wipe them out.
Perhaps the Tok'ra can be of assistance.
It could be our best hope. Signal the Tok'ra.
Yes, sir.
okay, this is becoming more a regular thing. Let's go. Papa!
Dad, we have a little bit of a situation, and we may need Selmac's help.
Selmac. I thought maybe you just wanted to see your old
Yeah,
man.
ask him how he is.
But this time,
What's popping in the Milky Way?
have you ever heard of something called a Ritu? We may have one here.
Tok'ra Cree, Taklan and Obi-Wan, please send him back to where we came from. In the meantime, take me through this Ritu.
Cool to see Jacob back in the mix.
That's right, he's not a Goa'uld.
Now, if he's coming on the
Tok'ra.
offensive, I wonder how
Okay.
Jack's gonna act now. Because he said, "I can't do this." His face right there.
This will illuminate the Ritu if it is there.
Plasma gun from Halo. That actually does look fairly similar, though. No? Whoa!
Hold your fire.
She could have hurt us a long time ago if that's what she intended.
I owe you an apology.
I wouldn't lie to you, Jack.
He said their leaders created him to communicate with us. They must have cloned him or engineered him somehow.
Yeah.
But how do they do something that advanced and leave the kids so screwed up?
Even though we can't see them, these Ritu can definitely see us.
Yeah.
I understand why the Goa'uld would want to eliminate them.
It's also capable of terminating a Ritu.
Now, do me a favor, will you? Don't terminate this Ritu.
It appears this Ritu came to warn us of an impending rebel attack.
They could do a lot of damage here, folks. Kill a lot of people.
I was gonna say, obviously we didn't get a proper look at it of the Ritu and it was invisible, but unless I'm missing something here, remember the episode when Teal'c got penetrated with the stinger? The Ritu kind of looks like a bug. I don't think they're the same thing, but similar off of this limited information that we got so far.
They split up, plant destructive devices, and try to maximize the damage before they've even been detected.
Is it possible that they can get through our iris?
No, their molecules wouldn't reintegrate any more than yours or mine. Earth weapons will not be as
Nope.
effective as a TER. But since the Ritu are somewhat affected by solid matter in our phase, your weapons might at least slow them down. Pretty tough to shoot at a moving target that you can't see. Best weapon is advanced intel.
Well, if you can, okay, 'cause this is my question. If you can have it in a gun, you can't make some sort of a field, right? I imagine you could have it sort of like just an accessory on the wall that anytime they would come, they would just pop up if you use the same material. I don't know. That's just like the thought that would come to my mind. It's like, you don't have to. Why have to shoot them? Why not just use that same idea they use for the gun and have it in some sort of field?
Say she does give us the address where they're coming from. Isn't it kind of risky to go looking for them?
We need some intelligence, Dr. Jackson. It's the only way we'll know what we're up against.
She says the boys of your culture do not cry.
Not true. There's an official list of reasons for which crying is a good thing.
She's leaving as soon as she has told you everything that can help.
She's not taking you with her?
She wants to leave me here with my own kind. I think I belong with you, Jack.
Before she leaves, do you think she could tell us where we could find these rebel Ritus?
She says she'll show me the address. Jack, could I be your son for a while?
I don't know, Charlie. I don't think you'd want that. Okay.
I feel conflicted. I feel awful for Jack. It's like, you know, obviously losing his son is an incredibly traumatic thing, and he needs to extract information and go about this, but he's also like gaining a little bit of a personal connection with his kid. But that's a tough situation to be in there. At least for me, I'd imagine. Right? Having to go through all those emotions and still get the job done at the end of the day, right? I actually do rate them for the turds, though. Good call.
Colonel, I want to remind you that this is a recon mission only.
What if you just made glasses with the same thing, the TER substance or whatever it is? Big guns.
Go do some snooping around. What do you say?
Colonel,
Got a bum knee? Let's go. Oh no.
the Ritu are present in that direction.
Yeah. This could get spicy really quick.
Whoa. 5 or 10?
There were a lot of them, sir.
Big time.
They are indeed invisible.
Take who you need and do it now, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd be like, the security risk is massive with
Let's
this.
go see the boy.
It's good though. It gives them another reason to just keep upgrading and get better, right?
Okay,
Oh,
that should...
got one of them in.
I think we may have a stowaway of Ritu who came back with us.
I feel like this guy's dead now. Arm cut off? Shit! That talk about an exit, yeah. See ya, buddy. I did notice they did show that shot of him walking. I'm like, oh, something's up with him. Oh, there's more!
We had 4 here. What's that one in the control room?
Yeah, it's one of their terrorist teams. Some of them will try to get out of the base and start making a mess of things.
Lockdown?
They have cross-phasal explosives. Each one as powerful as a small nuke. I hate to tell you this, but take a lot of people with them.
Hey, let's move out.
Let's get it.
Seal blast door C3 East.
I just love seeing Kilt's progression. Oh.
Jack, what happens if they come through the door behind us?
Don't do that.
Yo, people are getting bodied. Oh, shoulder.
You okay?
Salmat can take care of me.
Oh my god, I can smell his shoulder. Do you hear the sizzling and see the smoke? Oh god. Sam does love her grenades. Watch your 6. Mother!
Don't shoot!
Don't shoot!
Give me a count.
I got 1.
I also eliminated 1.
And we got 2, and Mother got 1. I guess that makes 5.
Well, let's make sure. Take a team and do a sweep of the base, Captain.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
No!
Give me a hand over here. Let's go!
I mean, she explained the medical issues earlier, so I'm like, he's not gonna be your kid, first of all, but it's too much for his heart?
His pulse is very weak.
You got all this fancy equipment around here.
Colonel, I'm sorry, but I don't think so.
Can the Tok'ra help him?
Yes, he is young. But the Tok'ra symbiote that we introduced to his mind can teach him.
Do it. You know, there's another rule that says it's okay to be sad when you're saying goodbye to a new friend.
I want to stay with you, Jack.
I'll come visit.
I warn you, the Ritu are guileful creatures. You are only one Tilk. Please, be diligent. They will not give up.
Jesus Christ, we have so many other things to worry about, and now a literal invisible enemy who's actively trying to kill us is one of them. Don't think we're gonna get much breaks anymore in this show. I mean, I'm not even in front though, the fit's kind of firing. Oh, I always forget to change the color to match with the borders. I'm so thick. Anyway, guys, that was Stargate SG-1 Season 2, Episode 20. I did enjoy this episode. It was definitely a little bit different than some of the past few episodes. Overall, I thought it was a fine episode with some pretty good moments. Specifically, I liked the idea of this new enemy, another looming threat to add to the list that's been growing ever since, you know, the show started. But Well, the threads really started to kick in, I think, towards like the end of season 1, towards the back half of season 1. That's when the threads really started kicking up, because the politics, people within the SGC and in the government trying to get rid of us. We have this mystery, team was using the gate. Have the Gould, obviously. We have Hera, we have Satan, there's a whole bunch of people trying to shut this shit down. So now we have an invisible enemy. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that progresses. I thought the way they even went about this episode and just taking their time and going through them figuring out how to deal with it was pretty cool. I enjoyed that different pace and tone this episode. And very reminiscent of the episode, obviously, with Cassandra, where her and Carter made this bond, and she obviously joined the team to some aspect. And now it seems that with Jack, he'll be having Charlie. And I actually thought it was not uncomfortable, but I could feel for Jack in this episode when it came to opening up that wound again, to obviously talking about his kid, and the way that they sort of paced his gradual involvement with him, and just his emotional connection with him as the episode went along. I didn't think it was anything incredible or mind blowing. I think they've done it better in the past, but I thought it was pretty good for this episode. Some of those interactions, and you just feel bad for the kid. And now that we know that they're out here, there's certain races and there's certain species out here who can genetically make humans, right? And the fact that they did that, just I don't think it's it was done specifically to manipulate O'Neill. Don't think that is the case, but that's a thought that came to my head for a second. He went out to go mention his kid. I want to be called your kid. A lot of maybe it could be like a manipulation tactic. I don't think so, but that was interesting. Also got to learn about these new guns, and I think I bring the idea that we need to get better, and slowly tweaking things up with the hand sensor and making another threat was some of the cooler elements to this episode. And yeah, I didn't think there's anything that really bothered me all too much, or I found terribly wrong with this episode. I thought it was fine. And had some pretty good moments with O'Neill. A bunch of just small, subtle things this episode that I liked. One of the guards pulling a gun on Teal'c, right? Obviously because maybe was scared and unfamiliar with him, right? Because he is a Jaffa, an outsider to, outside of the core members of the team. So I like that small element. But even for myself, just, again, seeing him gradually just be more ingrained and just being one of the team. Obviously that's been something that's been going on for the past, 2 seasons and a lot more this season. But just makes me think he's got here calling shots, eating the base and all that stuff. So loving that. But it was cool to have an addition of Jacob this episode here. Didn't think we'd see him back so soon, especially after Martouf came 2 episodes ago. So I thought we were going to keep going on with him, but it seems like it's going to be a swapping of them moving forward. But yeah, guys, that was Stargate SG-1 Season 2, Episode 20. What'd you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. And it's going to be cool to see what lasting implications that, Charlie's going to have in the future, and same now being with the Tok'ra again. So being with the Tok'ra, and if he'll survive, and O'Neill's relationship with him, if it continues to grow and he actually does grow up. So yeah, and all this stuff, obviously, it's just the twisted elements to them, to this species creating a genetically made human, creating a human, and then just this kid suffering, right? In terms of his life, right? Anyway, guys, that was this episode with the Ritu. What you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. With that being said, guys, we are off towards the last set of episodes for the series, for the season, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.